Hi everyone, I'm Shelly from There's No Place Like Home at redheadmom8.wordpress.com. So I've been doing a few fun schooling flip throughs on my channel recently. And so what I'm going to actually share with you today is a review of the very first two fun schooling journals that we got. I think way back in November. I won them on Instagram, yay. And so I did an unboxing video where I flipped through them and gave you a good look at what they are like. But today I'm going to share with you how my kids like them and how we use them. So I hope you enjoy it. Several months ago, before we took our Christmas break, I entered a contest or a giveaway to win some free fun schooling journals, and I had never used them before, and I thought, why not? And I actually ended up winning, and I got 3 free fun schooling journals in the mail. I was so excited. I shared an unboxing video about it, and the 3 fun schooling journals that I got for that giveaway were really geared towards my older kids. Now, the one fun schooling journal that I got that is specifically for high school, it's a do-it-yourself high school curriculum using the library. I have not started using that with any of my kids yet because my oldest daughter, well, she's not my oldest daughter, but my oldest daughter who is still school age, she decided that she was not going to use it because she was afraid that she wouldn't be able to finish it out because this is her last year. So I'm going to save that and we're going to use that another year with one of my other kids. But I did have my 14 and 15-year-olds using the other 2 that I had won. So the first one that I'm going to show you is just the Animal Lovers Fun Schooling Journal. I got this for my 15-year-old because she is so much like her now 20-year-old brother. He just turned 20 the other day, and they both love animals so much. And her animal notebook was so thick that she was at the point where she had to start a second one because she could no longer even close it anymore. So winning this for her was a godsend. Now, I'm not going to page through every single page in this fun schooling journal. I did it pretty thoroughly. I did a really good flip through on the unboxing video, so I will include that link in the description box if you want to get like a really close look at what it's like. But I'm going to show you some of the things that are in it, and I'm going to talk about how we use it. So what this says is the Thinking Tree, the Animal Lovers Fun Schooling Journal, Homeschooling Curriculum Handbook for Students Majoring in Zoology. So that is perfect for my 15-year-old daughter. Now, these fun schooling journals are designed to be used with library books. So they're encouraged to go to the library and get some books that they are going to use, and they can keep switching them out. They don't have to use the same library books through the entire book because, as you can see, it's pretty thick and it would be boring to be using the same library books. Now, I do have to point out that these fun schooling journals will give you a guide of how many pages per day they recommend that you use with your kids. And I don't know which one of these I read it in, but I did see that for these, I think it was, they said 5 to 7 pages per day in the fun schooling journal for your kids to do. And I knew right off the bat that that wasn't going to work with my kids. They weren't going to do 5 to 7 pages and not fight back about it. And I really want my kids to enjoy doing this. So what I started out with my 14 and 15-year-old was I had them doing 3 pages a day, and that's how we started out. And so there's all sorts of things in here. They can put down their plans and priorities. It started with a little maze. So yeah, you know, there are some fun things in here. It's not all academically driven. There's a lot of fun things, but I think that's why so many kids enjoy doing it. Fun schooling journals are also great for kids who really enjoy art. So right here we have drawing and reading time, and that was just a picture for her to color. Right here, she got to pick an animal study, and she picked a jellyfish. So she wrote about that. She drew some pictures about it. And that is really what this is that they get to pick the animal that they are going to be studying. And then they have several pages of studying that particular animal until they are then told to choose a different animal. So here is a space for math practice. It says, use this page for math practice or design a habitat for an animal in a zoo. So she designed a habitat because we do CTC math. So it's kind of hard to do this, although she did use it a few times to work out, you know, using it as scratch paper. And then here is a page for nature study. There is a screen time page where they are told to watch a movie or a video and to critique it. So what she had to do here was the title of the video that she watched, The Loneliest Animal on the Planet, and it was made by BBC, and draw a scene from the video, and it looks like, I think that's a snake that she drew, and then she has to rate it. So she rated it nice. And then here's a little comic that she was able to make. And yes, the comics have to be directed towards the animal that they're learning about, or at least towards some sort of animal. And here's a finish the story. She really likes doing these. They give them like a prompt to start writing, and then they get to finish the story however they want. And here we have copy work. So for here, she had to take one of the library books that she had chosen and to pick out a paragraph to copy from it. Copy work is great, even for older kids. And then we go right back onto drawing and reading time, and then the creative animal art. And so there is some repetition throughout these journals. But as you can see, there are lots of different pages. It's not just like 2 or 3 pages that keep repeating over and over again. There are lots of different pages, but there is repetition because they want them to be able to do the same thing for different types of animals. So I mentioned that we started out doing 3 pages a day. Not 5 days a week, I should add. It's 4 days a week because our 5th day of the week is typically for like nature study, or sometimes we might watch a movie if the weather isn't doing too well that day. So they did start out doing 3 pages a day, 4 days a week. However, after about 2 weeks or 3 weeks, I started getting some complaints that they were tired of doing 3 pages every single day and that it was starting to get boring. And like I said, that's something that I really did not want to deal with. I want them to really like these. They're great books. So I ended up having them do 2 pages twice a week. So say, for example, on Mondays and Wednesdays, they'll be doing 2 pages out of their fun schooling journals. So I don't have them doing it 4 days a week anymore. I don't have them doing 3 pages at a time. And doing it this way is much more enjoyable for them. So what I would have to say is that if you decide to get these journals, you have to just kind of gauge it towards your kids. All kids are different. Some kids might like doing 5 to 7 pages a day. Other kids maybe could only handle like 1 page a day or 1 page a week. You really just have to play around a little bit. Don't be afraid to go against what things say. You have to tailor things to meet your kids' needs. So that is a quick look at the animal fun schooling journal. And someone asked me if my kids have been enjoying these fun schooling books, and I will tell you, if you see anything shiny on here, it smells like pancake syrup. I think she got syrup on here. At least you know it's used, right? But anyway, someone asked me if my kids were enjoying these books, and I have to say yes, 100% yes, they are enjoying them, especially now that I don't have them doing so many pages every day. And that is why I went out and got all the other fun schooling books for my younger kids, because when we got these, we had never tried them. So my younger kids had never gotten to see what they were like. I did go out maybe a month or 2 ago. I got my younger kids all fun schooling books. I just got more fun schooling books, Minecraft math books, if you saw that flip through. So yes, I would not be spending the money on these fun schooling journals if my kids did not thoroughly enjoy them. And I think they're a lot of fun too. I would have loved stuff like this when I was a kid. So my 14-year-old is doing it's very sticky, the do-it-yourself curriculum fun schooling with Minecraft. And as you can see, there are 400 homeschooling lessons in here. These are also designed to be used with library books. So the same thing, you know, she's encouraged to go to the library and to pick out books to use. Now here it says that she should choose topics, and it told her to list and draw 8 things that she wanted to learn about. So she had to do that, and that was to give her direction for when she went to the library so that she would know what sorts of books she wanted to get. And then here is where she wrote down the titles of all of the books that she got. Same thing as with the other one. You don't use the same books through the entire fun schooling journal, because that would be boring because it's so thick. So yeah, you do change them out intermittently. So these are just the ones that she started with. Now here, since it is Minecraft, and if you know anything at all about Minecraft, it's a great way for kids to learn not only about, you know, geometry and building things, but geology. And so this starts out with a periodic table of elements. So she had to color the periodic table of elements using the colors and textures that were found in the game. I thought that was really neat. Now, something else that I really liked about this, and also with the animal one, it incorporates all different subject areas into it. So it's almost like a unit study and a journal in one. So here she has geography. So she was told to pick a country and to choose a landmark in that country. So she chose France and the Eiffel Tower. And then she was told to go on Google Earth or to find a picture of it and then to make that on Minecraft, which she did. And I've got to say, I said this in my other video, my kids love having any excuse that they can to go on their phones or their iPads when we're doing school, because usually weekend time is tech time for us. So when my kids got the Minecraft journals, you should have seen their faces light up. But I like that they're just not going on there without having, you know, a specific plan in mind. I like that she goes on there and gets to build things. I think that recently she did the Great Wall of China. Like I said, here she did the Eiffel Tower. And we'll page through here a bit more and see the other things that she chose, because I can't think of them off the top of my head. But anyway, so it says here, you have seen this animal on Minecraft. Now design your own animal. So she designed her own little unicorn. Here is reading time. And so she has to read from a certain amount of the books every day. And it says that she's supposed to ask me how many books to read from each day. And then she has to write a little bit or draw a little bit about what she learned in those books. Here is a nature study one. As you can see, she didn't draw that day. I think that this day that she was out there, it was raining, so she didn't get a whole lot of drawing done in that nature study. There's spelling times. So she's supposed to look in her library book for spelling words. And social studies. So since she was learning about France, she had to look up world news in France. And so the thing that it said, what happened today, French hospital workers protest. So that's what she wrote about there. And these are just some Minecraft questions and answers. There are some coloring pages in here because, like I said, a lot of this stuff is fun stuff. And just as with the animal one, there's a movie time one for them to watch a movie or a video, and math time. Now, if you notice here with math time, she actually baked for math that day because, yeah, sometimes we bake for math. So she wrote down the recipe of what we baked that day on her math time page. And then it goes right back to picking a new country. So the next country that she chose was Egypt because, of course, you need to have pyramids in your Minecraft world, right? And then it just starts going through the same thing. Just as with the animal book, it does start repeating, but again, it's not just like 2 or 3 pages. There are several pages, and it's so that you can give each topic an adequate amount of time. So what this Minecraft one is really about is it works a lot of geography into it. And I've got to show you here. I didn't show you this before, but she also has the story prompts so that she can, you know, write the stories too. This one says, tell a story about mining. So that's what she did there. But it really helps them to not only learn about the world, but they get a close look, like when they're finding these pictures of these landmarks in the geographical areas, they're looking at the things that are going on in that world. Not in that world, I'm talking like geography is Minecraft itself. That country, they get to see what's going on in modern times, contemporary times, and then they get to take those landmarks, those things that are so special about those countries, and she gets to put them in her own Minecraft world. So she's really been enjoying this one as well. Actually, when I just got my younger kids Minecraft math, she was a little offended because I did not get her one, and I said, I think you're a little old for that, and she said she didn't care. But then later on I said to her, you know what, if you want it, I'll get it. Do you want it? And she said, no, but I think she really did want it. But anyway, So, and then here we also have listening time. Classical music, history and literature, listen to story of the world, an audiobook or classical music, draw and doodle below. And so even though it does, repeat a lot, there are additional pages thrown in that are different from the other things that you have seen in there. So it still adds a lot of originality, and it adds an element of surprise because they really don't know what they're going to be doing the next day. And I know that my kids like that. Sometimes repetition is good, when kids know exactly what's going to happen every day. But I think that it can become too much if they're doing the same types of assignments every single day. So I think it's great to have, a rhythm to the day where they're doing things in the same order. It doesn't always have to look exactly the same, if you understand what I'm saying. And, these fun schooling journals are really great for that. So they are doing the fun schooling journals. They know when they're doing them, but it's almost like a surprise what they're going to be doing the next day. And as with London too, that's my 14-year-old, she also started doing hers 2 pages a day, twice a week, because she had the same complaint as her sister. She was not enjoying doing 3 pages 4 days a week. So we switched it up. Ever since we changed it, that's how many she does. And that's actually how my younger kids now do their fun schooling books too. They also do 2 pages twice a week, and they love them. And so after my younger kids get some more pages done in their fun schooling journals, I'll do a review of the ones for the younger kids too. But my girls have been working on these for a while, and I thought that I finally, they had been using them long enough that I had a good taste of what they were like. So I wanted to share that with you. There was something else that I wanted to say, but of course I'm going to remember after the video is over. Oh, I remember. But now I mentioned that I didn't go through like the entire book with you, but that is because I already did that. I did a really thorough flip through on the unboxing video for this. So again, I will leave that link in the description box. And I hope that this was helpful. If you've been looking at not Minecraft, well, it could be Minecraft Fun Schooling, but if you've been looking at Fun Schooling Journal for your older kids and weren't really sure what they were like, now you have a taste, and I hope that you enjoyed this. Anyway, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet and would like to hear more of what I have to say, I would love if you would do that. If you have any questions or comments, you can leave one over on Instagram because YouTube disables my comments. And if you like my work and would like to check out my Patreon page, I will leave a link in the description box for that as well. And I hope you have a great day.